We are here to pick up her things, and then we are leaving
with her things. Where come out? You almost want to say come out wherever you are. The hardest, not prepared to do anything, brother, ever in life.
The first thing that I noticed right off the bat, and this is obvious, but it was such a cool touch, just flipping or doing a horizontal flip on the opening company credits, as if you're looking at it from a mirror's perspective. Mm-hmm. I thought that was really, really cool.
I like that as well. Of course, one of the things I mean, you discussed, and again, just if we're talking about the film in general, of course, this was done by Monkey Paw Productions, and I remember asking you what you thought that meant, and I don't know this to be true, but for me, I know that since we're speaking, I find it relevant since we're doing the film Candyman, which is definitely racism and systemic racism is. It's in this. It's inground into this whole franchise. So I thought it beautifully ironic that Monkey Paw Productions, to me, I believe Jordan Peele has been called a nigga before. So I believe he's also been called a monkey. And he was probably like, you know what? They always put me in these funny ass roles. They never want to hear my ideas about being an actor, about doing this. So they think I'm a monkey. Let me show them what this monkey's paw can do. And I'm going to write some shit that's beautiful as fuck. And that's what he's been doing. He's been killing it. And also, if you also notice the tea, like I say, he puts his little thing in the teacup. Mm-hmm. That's like everybody in the tea. Everybody, the monkey stirring the tea. I'm the topic of conversation now, bitches. Right.
Yeah. I want to say I love what else has Yahya Abdul-Mateen been in? Because I feel like I've seen him before in something. I thought
you see me over here trying. I was trying to go to, but like, nah, that's all right. Yeah.
Anyway, he was fantastic in this movie, and I love his character and the complexity of his character.
I feel like he was in Lovecraft Country too. I feel like everybody's in Lovecraft Country.
The deterioration of his character and watching that, how he portrayed that, right from the very beginning, I identified with Anthony McCoy, the struggling artist side of him. I thought they played that really well. You could tell he has a complex about the fact that he's chasing his dream while his significant other is working and, making a living.
Where'd you find these at? In the studio where I painted them, bitch.
Your mom said to call her. She, I must be taking too good care of you or something like that. You won't call her anymore because so he went from getting money from his mom to he's
the true artist's dream.
So I identify with that. And then when he gets really excited about the Candyman project and he starts working on it, you can see it in his face. She gets home from work. She's obviously exhausted. He's like,
I am seeing this clearer than I've seen anything else in my life.
I feel really connected to this. I've never been this clear before.
And I go through that with Angelo. I'll be working on something. I'll finish it up during the day. I know she's exhausted, but she comes home just watch this. I can't. I can't.
And what does her face normally look like? Like old girls in the movie?
We're gonna do that.
I believe in you, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just going on that same struggling artist note, when the murders happen at the gallery.
Say my name.
And he's watching it on the news. He just can't stop smiling because they said his name, they mentioned his work, and
it's pretty cool, right?
Obviously, it's awful.
He couldn't even get the sense that he was like, obviously, it's.
But that leads in that's in that same theme of say his name. That was the first him becoming Candyman, getting off on his name being said.
And not, that reminds me of two people. Number one, Beyonce. This is my first time we get to say Beyonce. Now that we're a monetized station, I want to take the chance to say that. I know you were like, why the fuck are you bringing up Beyonce? Say my name, say my name.
Oh yeah. I think they used that in an early trailer or teaser. They slowed it down kind of like they did 5 on it for Us.
And there's one other person that really gets off on saying their own name.
He gets off by screaming his own name.
Girl.
The last note I have about Anthony being the starving artist or struggling artist, I thought it was interesting how Brianna, his girlfriend, how her dad was also, they're pretty much the same person. That scene where she walks in and he turns around and her dad, and he's sitting in the windowsill. He's like,
Bet you didn't know your daddy could fly, did you?
Yeah, that they were very mysterious about that because they left that open to interpretation. I didn't know if he was on that shit. I didn't know if like he could have been on drugs. Like
I took it as just somebody. I looked at it through the lens of they're trying to make a parallel between her dad and Anthony goes through this mental breakdown. He's an artist that can't find his footing. I feel like that was the same. That was just so crazy. Like I couldn't imagine putting I could imagine jumping out of a window, but definitely not turning around and looking at my daughter and like making her watch.
And that's the thing about it. He lied to her. You just fell. If you were gonna do it, jump, motherfucker. Like that's a weekend. Okay, that's a story for another day. Anyway, so yeah. Also, one of the things I want to talk about, like, is you brought it up, the opening visual, how they mirrored the sky in the beginning. I love that. Like they were showing the city. You would have thought there was never a murder in Chicago. I mean, it's just really how they really went through it. I loved it because, like I say, it was mirroring itself. How you talked about what we did with the intro and just doing that. They're visually setting your mind up for what's getting ready to happen.
Yeah, and that opening shot was kind of like a mirror reflection of the original movie's opening shot. Because the first movie is looking down on Chicago. The second one's looking up from the ground. Prior to Anthony becoming Candyman, his full name, Anthony McCoy, is spoken 5 times. The 5th time leads to that moment.
A little 1326 action going on there. All right, so what's going on? All right, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously the commentary on racism and racial injustice. But I also picked up on a really cool story with just the struggle of artists in general. I thought that, like, again, with Anthony's character, I thought that was really well played.
Well, now, one of the points you just brought up about the struggling artist, which really got me, was when that bitch at the motherfucking art gallery is looking at his work and she's trying to tell him about the struggle and he was looking at her like, what the nah, bitch, you don't get to say that. And you don't get to say that. And I'm speaking for Anthony right now. Me, I love women. But Anthony, the way she's looking all at his stuff or whatever, I'm trying to tell him, like, he looks at her, and then the beautiful part about writing, like, if you don't write with a purpose, stop. Because when they wrote that, I don't even know if this scene or that scene was first, but I knew they had to make her look really bad, because in the end, the payback was, he was like, when he goes to her apartment later, he was like, and this is when you really see him start to turn for the first time. She said something like, she's like, oh, she starts believing her. He's like, I don't know why you believe in me now. I'm back to my good impersonation. Hold on. I don't know why you believe in me now. She's like, oh, so he was like, maybe you should try it. He tells her, basically says, go kill yourself, bitch.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's saying. He knows by now at this point in the movie what's going to happen if the name is said. Because immediately after that, he goes home, and one of I just love seeing when writing sticks true to the form. He goes home first, she's kind of there, he's tripping a little bit. When he breaks that mirror, she's like, hold up, nigga.
Say the fuck right there.
Brianna.
Don't follow me.
The tone changes. Stay the
fuck away from me. Like, they didn't tell her, like, hey, he's gonna break a mirror. Like, she had no idea what was finna happen. She's like, hold up. Like, shit. Talk about breaking the fourth. So I really love that they kept it. Because you know why? If you didn't grow up in a neighborhood like mine or a household like mine, you don't know how we talk. We have said for a billion years, oh my goodness, the white lady falls. Oh, this happened, that happened. We like, if we were there, this would happen. And they did the same thing with us when the brother and the sister went up the stairs and they went to town on they ass.
Yeah. I was weirded out watching the whole thing, like, how nonchalant he was about this fucking thing crawling, like, oh, I got a little scab here. Like, you have your arm is turning into a honeycomb. Ooh,
so he didn't go to the hospital like day 7.
Until it was like up his neck and shit.
And then he's like, do you recognize me, Mom? Fuck no!
No.
Who are you?
You didn't even have to pull the collar down. We could see it already.
Jeez Louise, man. Now, one of the things...
She said, nope.
Boom. Notice one of the things, I don't know if you caught this, you probably did. William Birch at the beginning. We'll get to him. Anthony asked him, "You need a hand?" When he had the stuff on the ground, he said, "You need a hand?" And technically, he did. He was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, yours. I'm gonna be sawing it off in about an hour and a half."
Oh, you don't remember the beginning? I don't remember that line, but that's.
I
good.
thought it was like, "You need a hand." I was still on my the 10 with the leg shit. I'm looking for any prosthetic limbs.
Yeah, I got so many problems with Coleman Domingo's
we'll talk to him in a minute.
work. I have yeah, we will get into it, but just to preface it, there are problems with his performance and his character, how it's Mr. Exposition over here.
Oh, hold on, we'll get there. Now, Nathan Stewart, Jared's character, really had me going. He set the tone for this fucking film here. And clearly, he's an openly gay character, has nothing to do with it. I just like that he was himself. The first time I knew, I'm like, oh, he's going to be a fun character throughout the movie. He said something about playing a game, and his sister was like, black people don't need to be some of this shit. I was like, yeah, you get them,
When
sister.
they walk back into the apartment, he's like,
Anthony, it is Troy.
we are here to pick up her things, and then we are leaving.
With her things. Where he come out, you almost want to say come out wherever you are. The hardest, not prepared to do anything, brother, ever in life. Like that was crazy. You brought up the line earlier, and I didn't think of the Jurassic Park reference, but to me it was just like, what the fuck was this guy? Gotta move faster. He's motivating himself. He's saying it, and you know that to be true. Sometimes people, and that was another good part of the writing. Sometimes when you're frozen, you have to say stuff to get you going. It's almost like Kill Bill. Just wiggle your toe.